You're watching the Business Channel, creating business class programs.
One organisation that has sustainability at the top of its business agenda, dealing with paper-based products, is SG World. And here is one of its directors, Mark Haas. Give us an overview of SG World.
Well, SG World primarily helps organisations manage their people, the places they work, and the things they have inside the organisation. For example, we do visitor management, which deals with people coming on site. We do contractor management and permits to work, which controls what happens when people are on that site. But we also do things that help people comply with health and safety guidelines. For example, we do inspections of work equipment. We do many other paper-based systems that allow people to comply with HSE guidelines. That all wrapped up means that we are an organisation that are about compliance, but making compliance easy. We use a principle called taking the science out of compliance.
That's your paper systems. What about your staff?
Well, the staff at SG World are our most important asset. Over 20% of our people have been with us for more than 20 years. We've been a local employer in Crewe for over 40 years. And our commitment remains not just to the people within our organisation, but the community around where we are based.
You're based in Crewe. What about community involvement?
Well, the community involvement actually starts in Crewe. That's where we manage the school's national poetry competition, a nationwide competition inviting 32,000 schools to send entries where they are judged by the Poet Laureate. We hold a competition whereby the finals are held once a year, and at that the children who are selected for the finals present their own poems in their own words. And of course, part of that is the charity of our choice, WizKids, who we also involve in that annual event. That really is one of the starting points for our involvement with the community.
Some people think there's a revival in UK manufacturing. Where do you stand?
I think manufacturing in the UK is showing a revival, but only in certain sectors of the businesses. I think that it's a big challenge for business these days to see that manufacturing has to change. And what I mean by that is working practices, investment in technology and processes, and all that brought together means that we also need to seek out new markets and perhaps more cost-effective ways of taking our goods to market. All that put together means that as long as you are investing, then you're better able to meet the challenge.
Many people think there's a skills shortage in manufacturing. How far do you agree?
I don't agree there is a skills shortage in manufacturing, or in fact in the UK. The reason I say that is through the recession, many people who had the required skills in manufacturing have moved on to other roles, into other businesses, but they never lost that core skill. By working harder to find these people and bring them back into the sector, provided they're given the proper training and the proper development, what we can ensure is a very skilled workforce that have the core skills and are up to speed.
How important is training in the workplace?
I think training in the workplace is imperative from two aspects. The first is bringing new people into your organisation. By giving them the appropriate training, you can get them to the required standard for the organisation, and key motivator for staff is obviously the investment that we spend in them. However, it's not just when they join our organisation.
What next then?
Well, ongoing training is just as critical. It motivates the staff, it gives them key focus, and it gives them an opportunity to express themselves in the way that they feel best fits them and the organisation.
Any examples?
Well, at SG World, an example of this would be our academy, where we give everybody a development plan for the forthcoming year. And in fact, just as recently as May this year, we took 14 of our people on a Mediterranean cruise where we spent 4 days talking to them about their individual development plans for the year. It benefits them and it benefits the organisation, a win-win.
How much do government decisions help or hinder UK manufacturing?
Government decisions and the impact on the sector will depend on the decision that's made. I see government as being the facilitators, creating the right environment for manufacturers to operate. If they create red tape and rules for the sake of rules, then that's prohibitive. It increases costs and it puts barriers in the way for businesses to do work. I believe that by just creating the right environment and encouraging businesses, it will be a win-win. More money in the economy, more jobs, better wealth, and therefore the government wins and so do the businesses.
And at the moment, is the government heading in the right direction?
It's certainly showing signs that it understands the small business market. I think what we'd like to see is more evidence of this in more areas, but certainly there are positive signs.
How does being green and sustainable help manufacturers?
I think being green and sustainable for manufacturers is critical. A number of key areas would be, for example, wastage. By reducing wastage, you reduce cost, and obviously that helps the bottom line. In addition, depending on the type of manufacturer you are, for example, we're a printer, using biodegradable inks, recycling paper, these are all things that contribute to the environment. And of course, when it comes to our supply chain, our customers demand that we can show that we're environmentally friendly.
So, how important is all this overall?
Sustainability is fundamental. It's critical because in manufacturing, in order to show a revival, you have to ensure that you are economically but also environmentally friendly. What that means is that by investing and becoming green, we're going to last longer. It means that we can keep manufacturing on the up in the UK.
Every company has to have an eye to health and safety. Is it a problem or an opportunity for your organisation?
Health and safety is both an opportunity and also an issue for us. As an issue, obviously as a manufacturer, we have to adhere to health and safety guidelines, not just in the workplace, but we have over 40 people out on the road every single day, and their welfare is of prime importance to us. Therefore, an issue, yes, because we have to conform to health and safety guidelines. An opportunity, because our company primarily deals with health and safety compliance, visitor management, contractor management, permits to work, inspections in the workplace. These are all laid down by the Health and Safety Executive. And of course, our organisation is primarily focused on enabling companies to adhere to these guidelines. Therefore, yes, an issue, but also a great opportunity.
As a manufacturer, how do you view your organisational culture?
Organisational culture has grown with so many myths surrounding it. My personal view is that our organisation is built on a fundamental principle of several key things. Culture's an outcome. It's not something that you can dictate or write down. It's something that appears if you do the basics right. Our organisation has got 22% of its workforce that have been with us longer than 20 years. The reason for that is the key things we put in place. Things like teamwork, things like involving each and everybody in the decisions we make, creating the right environment for our people to be successful, well rewarded and motivated. And out of that comes our organisational culture.
Mark Haas of SG World, thank you very much.
Thank you.